Hey look everyone, it's the Magical Art Fairy. Oh Magical Art Fairy, will you please make my game look better? Haha! It's all fixed now, hooray! How do you do? It's Mr. Moon. After almost 3 years of working on Stolen Hearts, I finally finished creating 100 levels. And the great news about that is that the bulk of the gameplay is finished. It's ready to go. Kinda. Aside from a couple of boss levels and some local multiplayer party games and stuff like that. But besides that, this is by far most of the work. The bad news is, there's still lots and lots of work to be done before it's ready for release. And what I'm working on right now is giving the game a makeover. You know, to make it a little more marketable. So let's take a look at what we can do about that. Well, so what do you think? Can we work with this? Yeah, unfortunately, I think this is gonna be no good. I mean, look at this. Look at this forest. It looks more like it's dead woods or something. You know, there's no lush. Where's the green? We need some green. Unfortunately, I think that this is one of, in the business, we call it one of those burn it down kind of situations. Burn it all down. And what you do, you actually take one of these and you just do this. Now we gotta get out of here now, okay? The first thing I wanted to address was this background image. And as they say,
those that can't do, teach. And those that can't teach,
go on Fiverr. So I browsed around to find someone who I thought can give me what I'm looking for, and I hired them to help me. Gave them my requirements, and he said it was going to cost me 40 bucks. We'll circle back to this in a bit. And while I was waiting for my background, I decided to take a crack at the tiles myself. Previously, I just had these generic earthy tiles with these weird breaks in them because I thought they would give them some good texture, but nothing that actually made me feel like the character was in a forest. So the first thing I thought was, okay, we need to switch it up a bit. So I made tree tiles for the outer bound walls of each level. I was struggling to create a good ground tile, so I looked at other games with a similar setting to see how they made their tiles. And one thing I really liked is these tiles that faded away into darkness that I saw a lot of good looking games do. It made it a little less distracting from the rest of the scene. So I made one ground tile and added a gradient to the color I wanted. And I did a blue one and a red one just for some visual variation. Ugh, look at these tiles. Is this supposed to be lava? Nah, this has gotta go. So I redid the lava tile. Apparently the Unity package manager now has these tile map extras that you can use for animated tiles. So I made a sprite sheet for the tiles, and the tile map would animate the tiles for me. And I added a material using the shader graph that I created for this to change the color and add a glow, so it looks more like toxic waste tiles. Because there's no lava in the forest, so purple makes more sense because, you know, pollution and all of that. I have this fireball in the levels that if you touch it, it'll kill you, but I don't really feel like it matches the setting. So instead, I made this spiky little bramble ball and replaced the art and all those prefabs. Then I had to deal with this thing. In my code, I call this thing an eggplant, but don't ask me why.
Why?
Well, because it's shaped like an egg, and the original design had some more vegetation on it, so it's an eggplant, you know?
That's dumb.
You're dumb. Anyway, the player uses the eggplant to interact with the level. You need to play your loot next to it to fully activate it. I wanted to add a better way to know you're meant to interact with it. So I added these surrounding rocks that will glow and rattle if you walk up to it. When you play your loot, the rocks will levitate in the air so you know you're doing something. I started going pretty ham on the post-processing bloom and emission. Brackies, we'll never forget you. I created these lightning bugs to fill the areas where it might be too dark, and also to add something a bit more interesting with the visuals. I added some branches and twigs to stick out of the tree tiles, and to add some additional feedback, I made some grass that will twitch ever so slightly if you walk through it, to make it seem like the character is actually in the world around them. I made a very simple leaf sprite and put it into a particle system, and now it's raining leaves. Hallelujah, it's raining leaves. Let's check back in with Fiverr. The delivery is in. I paid $40 for this order, so let's see what I ended up with. So what do you think? Much better this time, right? Now, this is beautiful. I feel a song coming up. By the light of the silvery moon, I want to spoon. To my honey I'll croon love's tune. I was super happy with this delivery, both for the Fiverr art and my last note right there. And I have more settings that I need background images for, so I immediately placed another order for one of those backgrounds. So I'll also share what that looks like when that comes in. And the best part is I got the source files, so I was able to tweak it a bit to make it perfect for the game, like adding trees behind the lake to make it look like the forest surrounds it. I tossed it into Unity and played around with the parallax until I ended up with something I was happy with. I created a background light emitting from the moon, so then all I needed to do was go back and retile all 20 levels using the scenery. And the makeover for this portion of the game was complete. What do you think? Is it ready for release? I'd love to know what you think about this transformation, so be sure to leave a comment down below.
Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might, have the wish I wish tonight. I wish you would go wishlist Stolen Hearts on Steam.
And also that you would like, comment, and subscribe actually, so if you could do that as well. That's part of the wish. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you next time.